Good day, my little teacups, and happy Valentine's Day! Oh, cock, it's Doki Doki Literature Club. Alright then, so, small bit of background. This game's free on Steam. Everybody and their pet cat's squeaky toy recommended I play it. I am vaguely aware of the shit it pulls, is all I'll say. But no details. That like, I'm only baseline aware. But that's pretty hard to not be aware when the game starts with a warning that it's not suitable for children or the easily impressionable and easily disturbed. So yeah, if you didn't already know what I'm getting into, yeah. Okay, let's get this going, shall we? Oh, and also, I'm going to try this slightly differently to how I normally would. Because this is an entirely female cast in a visual novel, I can't exactly read them all in my one really bad woman voice. So what we're going to do instead is treat this, if I could work it with pigeons, I can work it with women, I'm going to voice everybody as if they were a human dude. Expect Dudey Literature Club in this case. Enter my name. Nigel. Is my name Nigel? Fuck no, I just like the name Nigel. It's the most unthreatening name in the world. Hi. I'll need more context before I can come up with a proper voice for this, but that's just amazing. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Sorry, is she your good friend or is she annoying, dude? Make up your mind. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. No, not really. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Aww. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Oh god. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you, love. Just calm down. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Nigel. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Yeah, fine, whatever. But you did wait for me, after all. Oh god, my sides. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Oh god. We cross the street together and make our way to the high school. But as we draw near the sheets... Getting a bit ahead of myself there. This is a visual novel, so the sheets will probably get involved, but not this early. The streets become increasingly speckled with other students marking their daily commute. By the way, Nigel, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Yeah, social anxiety kicking in. Oh god. I haven't been looking either. Hey, that's not true. You told me you joined a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, but in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about, Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me. And I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average and spending my free time on games and anime. Well, the first part of that's true. Okay, that's a little close to home, game. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize and have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. You can tell where this game's priorities are, can't you? Completely ignores any potential RPG aspects out of the whole school system. Persona. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Wow, hitting home. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Wait, that's not my line. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Awkward! Yeah, thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club, you know. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. No what? Well, that you could come to my club. Dum-dum. Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Ah, meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. And for those of you who aren't aware, I absolutely fucking hated English back in, well, I suppose what could be called high school. That period of life, anyway. I despised English. I mean, I got top marks in it, but I fucking hated it. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. Wow. Ugh, sorry, coughing fit. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Oh, come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Yep. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. So... Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's cunning and just planned all of this out. I'm gonna go probably with the latter, because I always expect more intelligence out of game characters than myself. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? I cannot refuse a little cupcake. Yeah, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door like a boss. Everyone, new members here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. There is very, very cute music playing here. Okay, apologies here. I already know this one's called Yuri, so you're getting the potentially offensive, stupid comedy Russian. Welcome to Literature Club. It is pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You but a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Nigel. What a surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. Why? I have no idea why words would escape you. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my god. People of the opposite sex. Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, if I'm entirely fair, that probably would have been my reaction at whatever age this guy's supposed to be. I was painfully lonely. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Yes, she's inherited Junko's voice from Danganronpa. I'm creatively bankrupt, sue me. Sorry. Natsuki. Ha! The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is the one who also made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. I'm sorry, I just love how blunt this statement is. Yeah, you can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. I'm attributing a lot more sass to Sayori than should be there. Fuck it, we're going Sasori today. Your name is now Sasori. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Questionably Russian, we're not really fucking sure at this point. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. This game is going to turn into a tongue twister of dialogue, isn't it, when I'm trying to pronounce everybody's names? Thank fuck I've named myself Nigel. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. Yeah, and it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? Oh, that's right. It's great to see you again, Nigel. Monika smiles sweetly. My character has history beyond the game. That always weirds me out when that happens. We do know each other. Well. Oh, no, we do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... boing. You too, Monika. Come sit down, Nigel. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
The pauses are just while I'm getting over the fact that I'm playing this game for Valentine's Day. I mean, I know I've probably missed the hype train, but damn it, I wanted to make sure it was on a good holiday. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take my seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? This is slowly becoming more Jesse Cox's Leia from, Leia? Whatever the name is, from Diablo voice. Oh god. Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal the heads of her enemies! And a dozen white fluffy cupcakes are decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate we use to make the ears. It's adorable. Oh my god, they're so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first, then Monika. I follow. Wait, I grabbed Monika? What? Help! Please send help! It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Where best would cause the most pain. Where would it make it tell me the secrets which this cupcake holds? How best to interrogate my foe? Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. And please, good God, not in the Shimoneta way. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you, or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said that, well, maybe, but not for you, dumb mate. Are you alright? You seem to have a bit of trouble with basic reading there. Yeah, I know, the microphone's in the way. I can't help it, okay? I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and I dismissed the conversation, having no idea what a microphone would possibly do in this situation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Good day, little teacups. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Why? Come to think of it, why wouldn't you keep a tea set everywhere you go? That's awesome!
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't hot cup of tea help you enjoy good book?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That is not,
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
they meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. A lot.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed happy here, so...
Ah, that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
That's a weird way of drawing an X. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? This is a weird questioning path. Nigel, where you going with this shit, bruh? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics of the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather take something that I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika is such a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Thank you, Sayori. Adding extra sass to lines that never should have had them, probably. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
Well, you could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Not like literature. You have to work so hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. That makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah.
We'll do our best.
You know that.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Although I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Why am I turning into James Mason?
So, Nigel, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga! I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Yeah, not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that could change, you know. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Okay. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Let's put this in perspective here, folks. Nigel is only slightly better at talking to women than I was at his age.
Well, you see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, they like lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Like Metro.
Sorry, can't help it.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Oh, hello, foreshadowing.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh, come in, foreshadowing. I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I mean.
I guess you could say that.
Why are you getting taller? Like, I know you guys are like sliding forwards because visual novel rules, but you're getting closer. Like, the screen is getting bigger.
But if story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, where's that?
Well, that just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Oh, I get it. Oh, sorry, love. I'll just turn away. Shall I put a bag on my head if I'm so horrifying to look at? My God. Never mind. What?
Oh, that's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine. Oh, your cupcakes, your poems... Everything you do is just about as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, why, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Quite literally, I'm also impressed. Because I can't write poetry for shit. I also really don't like much poetry. I got turned off it back in the aforementioned English GCSEs, which I fucking hated. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. Do you want to like them? Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels.
Up your back again, are you? At least you're not taking up half the bloody screen this time.
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your ass up to your heart.
Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even.
Ugh.
Yeah! Let's do it.
Sayori, why did you say that? What am I doing with these women's voices?
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Nigel?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still a problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth and say what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with anger and fire in their eyes.
But
I'm sorry, they thought,
Nigel?
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Hang on a second, the doorbell just went. Alright, nothing, just the post. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Oh, I can't. So many pretty girls to choose from, it's just so hard. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Clearly, they have been possessed by aliens. They then grab me, rip me limb from limb, and all share in consumption. Yes! I am so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey,
you really did scare me for a moment.
if you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Well, then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment? Write a poem to bring next evening, so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Nigel, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. That's a bit close, Monika. Hey, I just met you and you seem crazy. Here's my number, run away maybe. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Nigel, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Oh, that's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Yeah, sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Such a mind player, Nigel. Sayori, Natsuki, who I'm sure to get confused because they're both slightly pink-haired, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? I really don't know. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Oh, God. You gotta admire the tropiness. That's just... yes. It's so beautifully handled. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Consider this like a small, short-lived replacement to a Hatoful boyfriend, which is coming back eventually. It's just taking its fucking time. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. God fucking help me. It better rhyme, Nigel. It's time to write a poem. pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Wait a minute. Can I just... Okay, let's just pick at random. Bed. Sensation. Kiss. Extreme. Explode? Nightgown. Inferno. Vivacious? Spinning, yes. Spinning sounds good. Yeah, infallible. Poof? No. Eternity, yeah. Parfait? Parfait? Who let Donkey in here? Electricity, romance. Passion. There was Doki Doki back there, actually. Party. Yeah, party. Skirt. Party skirt. With the chocolate of massacre. To be honest, whenever I'm left nearby chocolate, it kind of is a massacre, so yeah, that sort of makes sense. Waterfall. Bouncy. Unending? Well, bugger me. Valentine, indeed. Yeah, no, fair enough. I can't exactly say no to that one, can I? Excitement. And No, you can't give me that one and expect me not to take it. Fucking Climax, definitely. Bayonetta is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, so you kind of have to.
Hey again, Nigel. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
I can't giggle on command, I'm not very good at it. I'm not a cute anime girl. I don't know if you've noticed. It's hard for me to giggle like a cute anime schoolgirl when one is not a cute anime schoolgirl. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep to my word. Well, I'm back at the bloody literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping promise, Nigel. I hope this isn't too overwhelming commitment for you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it,
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. He only ate all my cupcakes. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki has encountered an error and crashed, somewhere stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry guys, Nigel always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Yeah, he kind of lives with me. He's sort of my maid, actually. We never really, addressed this, but he's my maid. Yeah, actually.
Oh, dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire? Girl! I thought I did badly. I used to always set the hot plate on fire, but my god, woman.
Is that so?
Yeah. Although, I'm willing to bet your fire situation was probably a bit less unusual than mine. You probably had more on than just an apron.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? They might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Nigel can become good friends too.
Sayori.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Wait, Sayori?
Huh?
Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it? Wait, no, I just said that as me.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it.
First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. I'm cool. I'm hip, yeah, dog. Yeah.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, read books and chill, how you say. Discuss it, if you want it.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Oh, phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected, with that weird X again, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Reading is not a strong suit apparently for me in the real life either. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Natsuki, get out of the closet, it's okay. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, in case she needs a hand. Natsuki, it's okay, you can come out of the closet. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in even keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit that you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Much like gaming! And also specifically making YouTube videos about gaming. That's such a hilariously uncool thing to say. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get closer and look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That's probably means it's either out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was in the tone of your voice. Oh god, you're one of those people, aren't you? Oh fuck. I am not a person with good tone control. I tend to say what I mean, when I mean it. I don't have ulterior meanings to a lot of the shit I say. But will that stop some people attributing it? No, then he gets in trouble, and everyone has to yell at OEM for that. But I'll tell you one thing, Nigel. That's not my line. But I'll tell you one thing, Nigel. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my mouth. Ah. I stare at the cover, down past my nose. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Whoa. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. And then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it'll be easier to sit close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Make up your mind! Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing, but I don't know what she thinks because she can't make a frickin' mind up. I open the book, goddammit, distract me already. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again appears inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. What is... Women confuse me. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow. How long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the entire series? Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like there's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Thankfully, Arcada from Glass Reflection can still point you towards actually good ones. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. Do you think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I've known you a day. I mean, I've known you a day. Well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But come on, but later on there's all kinds of drama and like when they all get into their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? You are. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. Okay, I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking then. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Yeah, actually, baking is really cool. As is generally cooking and Yeah, I like that. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Why did we suddenly... Okay. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me Whoa, fourth wall break! Even though you're just watching me read. I now feel I should ask you that. Are you, audience, dear little teacups, are you sure this isn't boring you? Even though you're just watching me read.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with something else. Someone else. Blech. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't.
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Ah. Sorry.
Like I could ever get any of my friends to read this. They just think manga is just for kids.
Yeah. Hun. You exist in a video game. Loads of people think video games are for kids. It's really difficult, still to this day, to get away from that old school attitude that gaming is for kids. Yeesh.
I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't gotten out of it yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, thanks game, so I guess I gravitated towards other losers over time. Thanks game! But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Oh, great! I'm not even enjoyable company. So far you've called me horrifically bad looking. You don't enjoy my company. Why are you with me?
So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I'm just going to spare you all me trying to laugh as Natsuki.
I totally forgot this happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her. She's just so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, from whom it's a rare experience, that thought just makes me smile to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Are you all ready with today's poems?
Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Wow, girl.
Alright.
Wait, that's my line again. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? You don't want to know what happens?
Well, yeah, but Monika just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Yeah, well, of course.
It would take forever for you to finish it if you didn't take it home.
Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets banned, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try and get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face, and also not dying. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? That one. Definitely that one. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. No, stop yawning, no!
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? The game's fawning over Monika. I don't really think I want to go that way, though. Let's try... pardon me. Natsuki. Yeah, let's go with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what's the point of sharing the piece in the first place? I wrote this so when I could have been doing other things, you know. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Even though it was basically a random choice of the most bedroom-oriented words I could think of?
You're so... God, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if this is a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Please, God, mean the poem.
Fine, I guess.
Only because Monika will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it.
I like it.
What?
Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So, people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. I had to go and say on the way in that I'm not a fan of non-rhyming poetry.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decide to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Fucking Yuri? Hello, how are you? Yuri stares at my poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is first time writing poem, correct?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
Just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. It is, shit.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No, did I just raise my voice? Oh dear. I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of picked up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is recognizing new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she seems like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and then trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club?
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Right.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It's just I have a bit of trouble reading other people's handwriting. My eyes are weird.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, bloody hell. Is the game aware of that? Well, I just don't read script very often. Nigel is starting to cross over into my reality. This is a little bit weird. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? Oh, that's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. They usually write longer poems.
No, not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Nigel.
Really? I must have totally missed up the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
Wait a minute, hang on. God damn it, I've turned into Ezio again.
Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's pretty impressive, how wrong I managed to get your voice.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll just have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Sayori, maybe? Oh, fuck it, Monika. Whatever.
Hi, Nigel. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Yeah, alright, I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'll be much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to.
Don't worry, Nigel. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem.
I like it, Nigel.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. Any chance have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes, they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that?
Yeah, sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. Oh, they might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
Yeah, that's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you.
Ha! Wish you could talk to half the people up and down the bloody internet.
Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha!
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Yeah, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
The fuck?
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can sound really powerful, unless you're being read by some chap on, I think it's YouTube, called Over Englishman. He's absolute shite.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been kind of influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So you just move your hand and go with the flow. And that's my advice for today. Thank you for listening. Yeah, this is a good poem, Nigel. Yeah. Are you sure it's your first time?
Well, of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it, seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Yeah. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you like in the club room, you know? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. I mean,
see? It's like I said before, Nigel. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Good thing she doesn't look down. Anyway, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all...
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
Yeah, I forgot to do it last night, alright.
Well, that at least makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. it came out nice. Or how should I put it? It just sounds like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
Yeah, I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late at school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I'll get cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew! My throat is killing me. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way that my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into, in the hope of getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What? This language?
Did you say something?
Oh, no, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Yeah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's cleverly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. They just meant the language, I guess. They was trying to say something nice.
You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way? Sayori liked it, and Nigel did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I have spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nigel liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I, you're just,
Yuri stands up as well.
You're maybe just jealous that Nigel appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you so full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would go deliberately out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I was not the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nigel started showing up.
Natsuki.
Oh wow, Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Nigel. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. And if she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing as more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Nigel.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It is the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it is also a waste. You understand that, right, Nigel?
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, fuck you, Nigel! Help me, Sayori! Natsuki!
Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words. So instead,
Yuri?
but Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her.
Sayori! Huh?
Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Nigel.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody
Stop! Natsuki. Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting?
Because...
Well...
Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return.
Well, to be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organise things. But I'm not very good with people. I mean, I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, doesn't she?
Yeah, you could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. She is such a genuine person, really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If I could only get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. That's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
Nigel, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Nigel! Ready to walk home?
Sure. Let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen him fight like that, actually. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you and...
Oh, phew. You know, Nigel, it's really nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
No, wait, no, that's not a stage direction. He says it. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? Dude! Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Let's do this. And as the first day ends, and we end up writing our second poem, I'm going to end that here. It's been an hour and a half already of reading, and I don't really want to read you all to death. So whilst this series has opened on Valentine's Day with a nice big long starter, it's not going to be entirely in one go. Sorry to burst your bubble, you probably already saw that coming from the length of the video. Oh boy! Happy Valentine's, people. Thank you, darlings, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. See you in the next episode. It's actually quite nice to have something just low edit and whatnot. This hasn't replaced Danganronpa. I'm just blitzing it out while I can and while the tide is high. And cue the end card. Go.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I really hope you've enjoyed this, and if you'd like to see more, you can always subscribe and share this video around. Trust me, it does way more than you'd think it ever should. If you'd like to stay up to date, you can use the bell on YouTube or follow me on Twitter, since we all know the YouTube sub box only functions never. Also, you might want to follow me over on Twitch. I stream once a week at the moment, but I'm hoping to bump that up if the channel grows some. Thanks again for stopping by. Love you all, and see you next time.